Hey there, everyone, and welcome. I know, everybody talks about smoothies, but I really wanted to, put this presentation together for you just to be able to get back to the basics. And this is basically what it is, getting back to the basics. We sometimes forget about our why, and I am so excited to share with you the importance of drinking smoothies. And because, even just one smoothie a day can really make a major impact in your health. And we are going to explore that a little bit further. So, welcome. I am Wendy. I am the CEO and founder of Nutritional Solutions as a registered orthomolecular health practitioner, uh, certified holistic cancer practitioner, and a certified nutritional consultant. I help people to detoxify their bodies by learning how to eat healthy foods for optimal gut health, enabling them to lose weight, age well, and prevent disease. And today we're going to learn how smoothies can improve your health and how it can, simply be the, miraculous thing that it is. Um, It is super important to include daily smoothies into everyday lives. When our body does not have the important nutrients that it needs, we cannot metabolize foods properly and we tend not to feel so good. I know we've all been there. Some of us can experience weight gain, food allergies, insensitivities, intolerances. Um, it can really affect our mood through anxiety, depression, and just shifts in our mood, general mood altogether. Belly bloat, inflammation, IBS or irritable bowel syndrome or disease and even constipation. And these are just a few of the things that can really happen when we aren't getting the proper nutrition. And I think many of us know the connection between our gut, the food we take in, and our health. So this is kind of an overview for a lot of people. But if this is new to you, well, welcome. Welcome to the holistic nutrition world. You may also experience some low energy or stamina or even low libido or sex drive as a result of poor nutrition. It affects everything. If you've ever, if you've ever had an issue and you wonder why, I mean, think about it. It just makes perfect sense. What you put in your body, what you put on your body, all gets absorbed into the body. If you want your body to work well, then you need to put good food in it. If you want a car to run well, you want to put good fuel in it. Ultimately, we are malnourished because we tend to fall into that category of taking in what is called the SAD diet, Standard American Diet, and our bodies are not working to their optimal level. And this is where we get the weight gain, the hormonal issues, the blood sugar issues, the constipation, the low sex drive, and everything else like that. And I know so many of you can relate the aches and pains, and just everyday kind of the sleep disturbances, um, and just overall feeling yucky all the time. I have so many clients that come into me and say, I just don't feel like myself anymore. And I want to get back to that. So this is where we're coming right down to the basics of, looking at our food intake today anyways. I mean, there's a lot of different things that we can look at, but today we're just talking about food and specifically smoothies. So why smoothies? Well, smoothies can really help. When some people think of smoothies, they actually think, oh my God, yuck. They think of a bunch of gross, bland, and mushed up vegetables in a blender. But I mean, even if you take it from that perspective and switch it a little bit, have you ever had a cold soup, a gazpacho, which is a lot of tomato-based kind of situations, a cold soup that is a delicacy, phenomenal when you put them all together, the right ingredients. You have an amazing Spanish food that is a staple. Um, in the summertime, you don't think about hot soups, but going towards a cold soup is an amazing alternative. But believe me, when you first attempt to start making a smoothie, and a smoothie is kind of like a smaller version of a cold soup or a sweeter version, you really, um, you know, you have to experiment with it. You have to like pull out some recipes. You have to understand what you like as well. I mean, my first couple attempts of making smoothies were horribly wrong, and it was just, something that I was forcing myself to take in, and as a result, I thought, well, why do people do this? This is crazy. I don't understand how people can have these on a daily basis. But it's just a matter of keeping at it, finding the right recipes and finding what really works for you. And like I said, after learning about, all the different foods that you can put into a smoothie and understanding that deep knowledge of, I was getting the best nutrients that I could for my body, that I just kept going with it. And otherwise, I would have just gave up and never had any smoothies. I eventually found that right combination of the foods that I like, and I'm hooked. I'm hooked for life. Smoothies are one of the best ways that you can get all the nutrients that you need. Not only that, but they're so easily digested in your system. And just the other day, I made myself a smoothie for a snack because I shared half of it with my son. And the afternoon, usually mid afternoon, I get a little tired from working all day. And I had this smoothie, and it gave me such an amazing boost of energy. I was just, and my mood, it was amazing because I get very quiet in the afternoon, very, tired. I'm kind of cranky. I'm still working, all these different things. But it was the right amount of sugar that I needed, natural sugars, because I don't put any extra sugar in my smoothies. And it was the right amount of protein. It was the right amount of liquid and everything that I just needed to really give me that extra oomph for the afternoon. And actually, it kind of filled me up a little bit, whereas I ended up having a smaller dinner as a result as well. So um, and that's where it really comes into really helping with the sugar cravings, because if I don't have something in the afternoon, my blood sugars drop, and then I'm kind of grabbing at whatever, and it usually ends up being a carb to help me keep going until supper time. But with that nice smoothie, which had no added sugar, like I said, it was berries, it was protein, it was almond milk, a little bit of coconut but oil, and that was it essentially. And I didn't drink a whole thing. I gave half of it to my son. So it was more like a snack level, but it was enough to stabilize my blood sugars, enough to keep me going right through to supper. And then at supper again, I wasn't overly hungry. All I ate was smaller portions of the meal that I had prepared. And so I didn't overeat, and I didn't have any of that, up and down of sugar cravings during the afternoon, which was amazing. I don't always have that smoothies, but it really is helpful. And I'm glad that I did it, because this is something I'm going to continue doing over the next little while, just to get into that habit again. Smoothies are chock full of vitamins, enzymes, and minerals. We don't give them enough credit. They are an amazing way to get into our system so fast. They're easy to digest because they're already ground up. Our body doesn't have to work harder at trying to break down the foods, which means that we're going to be having the ultimate assimilation of the nutrients at a quicker time. It's great for stabilizing blood sugar, like I was saying. You can see that each smoothie that here that I'm going to be offering recipes for later are great for blood stabilization, but as well, they all include a healthy fat. And fat digests a little bit slower in the system and keeps you fuller longer too. So you're not going to get that up and down of blood sugar spikes. It's a fabulous way to consume a variety of different fruits and vegetables all the time. And I mean, it just kind of makes sense to eat that rainbow. Eat the rainbow, live the rainbow, and just, take in as much different fruits and vegetables that you can at all times. It's terrific for cleansing the body of toxicity, especially if you incorporate a lot of greens into your smoothies. So you can have a berry smoothie, but still throw a handful of um, kale or spinach or romaine or whatever kind of um, greens that you have on hand, and you won't even taste them in the smoothie. The smoothie color might change a little bit, but is definitely a great way to incorporate those greens into your system. And again, great for cleansing and detoxifying the body. You can even throw in spirulina powder, all these different things. And it's an easy way to get some fiber into your diet for optimal bowel function. With that, you want to also have lots of water as well in your system to make sure that the extra fiber is flowing beautifully through your system and not getting bunched up and causing extra constipation. So smoothies are very, very important because your body will get everything it needs to feel amazing all day long. Your organs will thank you, and they will actually be very much supported depending upon the different fruits and vegetables that you incorporate into your system. You'll notice that your waistline might start looking a little bit trimmer, and because you're going to be the inflammation in your body is going to be going down. People call it water weight, but essentially what you're doing is decreasing the inflammation in your body. And the toxins that you're being held in your body will begin to flush out, and you will feel incredible. So that's why you want to do a continual smoothie, either for breakfast or for a snack in the afternoon, or both for that matter. So smoothies actually will give you more energy and are the best way, kind of the best on the go kind of meal for anybody, for men, women, for children. You can make smoothies, toss it in a cup and walk out the door for people that are, on the go, 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 go. You can prepare the ingredients for your smoothie the night before and put it in a bowl or in a baggie. You can even freeze them ahead of time and have them all set up and ready to go for the people that are in a real rush in the mornings. And it's a really good way to toss it in a cup, walk out the door, and get all the vitamins and nutrients that you need for the morning and to keep you going. And it's all done in a matter of minutes. Cleaning up your blender is also very easy, and it can be it can be a real pain in the butt to clean out a juicer or anything like that. I know when I was juicing it, that was the worst, other than cutting up all the vegetables and stuff, was the leftovers and the cleaning up afterwards. Your body, when you take in smoothie as opposed to juicing, your body doesn't get all the fiber that it needs for healthy elimination either. So smoothies actually give you both the nutrients and the fiber, which is amazing. Your health of your body actually depends on your digestion, and we want to have from mouth to anus, that's the one big digestive organ, and we have accompanying or accessory organs on the sides that really work hand in hand with all the digestive processes. Not going to get into that today because it is quite complicated, but understanding that everything that goes on from your mouth to your anus is dependent upon digestion, and your health is dependent upon the digestion of whatever you put in your body. So when you blend your foods, you are actually supporting digestion because you're actually giving your body doesn't have to work so hard to break down the nutrients, and they are kind of in that pre-digestible state. Did you know that 80% of your energy is spent digesting and assimilating their nutrients? I mean, that's a heck of a lot of energy. And if you happen to be somebody that eats a lot of meat, red meat and pork specifically, these are extremely, extremely hard to digest, and a lot of your energy and time goes into digesting, which is very difficult on the body. So you're also giving your body a bit of a break by having a smoothie. Instead of having to prepare and cut up cup after cup of healthy greens or fruits, you're packing them all into one nutrient-dense smoothie, which is an amazing, amazing benefit. And something that is, definitely recommended, especially for somebody that, is not used to having so many fruits and vegetables in a day. It really does actually help boost the 7 to 13 that is recommended by not only the Canada Food Guide, but as well as the Heart and Stroke Foundation, the Cancer Foundation, Diabetes Foundation. All of these amazing, amazing groups all really highly recommend that you incorporate at least 7 to 13 servings a day. The more the better. And on average, Canadians only take in 4 servings a day. So we really need to ramp that up, and by incorporating a smoothie, this really does ramp it up quite a bit. So now we're going to talk about blenders a little bit. There's a variety of different kind of blenders out there that are great for doing this kind of stuff. If you are able, if you have the means, the best, and it's kind of like a nutritionist's, dream is to own one of these Vitamixes. For me anyways. And I know any other nutritionist that I talk to, we're just kind of like, I need a Vitamix. It's one of those, if you don't have one, it's definitely on your list to get one. But they are quite costly. So the Vitamix is a super powerful blender, and with a very strong motor that can not only blend smoothies, but you can make nut butters and even soups, like really fine pureed soups, like unbelievable. For people that are vegetarian or vegan, a Vitamix can take soaked cashews and turn it into a creamy sauce. And this is one of the bases for a lot of cheeses, vegan cheeses, and cream sauces, and all these other things. And it's just an amazing, amazing machine. But you are looking upwards of $500 for one of these Vitamixes, and it is an investment. It's not a toy by any means. But until you can get to that point, then you can do what you can. So you can also check out websites or QVC, these online shopping channels that really do sell these products, and sometimes you get deals with them. But when you break it down into payments, it can really help out with something like that. So alternatives to Vitamixes, BlendTech is another similar product to Vitamix, and it costs about $3.50 thereabouts. There's also a NutriBullet, which is a great alternative as well. And I used to have a NutriBullet, but I've got, and it's not on the list here, but I've gone the one in between, which is the Ninja, which is a little bit more than $100. It was a gift, so I'm not 100% sure what price it was, but it was less than $3.50 for sure. So my husband wouldn't buy that for me. But it works quite well, and it has like cups, so I can make smoothies with it, and then it has the big bowl kind of blending part of it as well, so I can make bigger messes with it. But it works fairly well. I mean, I'm not making cream sauces from cashews with it by any means, but it does emulsify down to a very fairly fine mix of smoothies. And when it comes to making smoothies, it's a really best to keep it simple. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to break down the smoothie into 5 simple steps for you guys, so you don't end up with anything other than delicious vitamin-packed glasses of goodness. So my simple 5 steps: choose a liquid. Could be any liquid, preferably alcoholic-free liquid, and preferably dairy-free. Water. Coconut water is an amazing one because it has a lot of really good electrolytes in it. And then obviously a dairy-free milk. Now you can use coconut milk. You can use coconut milk from the can because you're getting your really good fats from that as well. Um, I like to use coconut milk that is from the carton, so you don't have that extra fat, but it is a nice creamy consistency, as well as cashew milk is another really good one. Um, all sugar-free, natural, so no vanilla, because I use it for a lot of different things. If I was just simply using it for smoothies, then why not have the vanilla one? Then choosing a green. So we talked a little bit about this: kale, spinach, parsley, Swiss chard, collards, lettuce, all these different things. These are greens. You could use, what is it? Wheatgrass shots. You could throw that in there. You can add spirulina to it. This is more along the lines of a superfood, but it's considered green as well. It's your blue-green algae. Choose your fruit. So your banana, apple, berries, mangoes, or leave out fruit altogether and just have a simple green shake. You can, I prefer not banana, but a lot of people like banana, and banana gives that extra thickness to the smoothie as well. Banana tends to overpower, and unless I'm having kind of like a tropical smoothie where I would add that coconut milk that I was talking about earlier with the extra fat, and banana is the flavor that I'm looking for, like and maybe a combination of banana and pineapple, because then it's kind of like a pina colada kind of flavor. That's when I would add banana. But other than that, I don't add too much banana. But like I said, it adds flavor if you like the extra taste of banana. Apples, you can add apples for sure. I don't know. I've never added apples to my smoothies because, first of all, I have to start cutting them up and everything else. And when they're blended into a smoothie, you don't really get apple flavor unless you are going and putting in like a a little bit of cinnamon or apple pie spice, or let's see, what else can you put in? Yeah, you could put a few dates in to sweeten it if you want, or I'm working towards apple pie kind of smoothie. Berries are basically what I put in my smoothies. So strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, or a combination of any of the above. Mangoes is another one that I put in very frequently. Peaches is another one that I put in frequently. Yeah, so these nice, wonderful fruit. And usually it's just because of whatever I have in the freezer that day. That's what I put in. I use usually like 98% of the time I use frozen fruit. So you're going to choose your fat or your protein or both at that point. So hemp seeds, you're going to get both fat and protein. 3 tablespoons is a serving of protein, but you're also going to get some incredible healthy omega-3 fats with that. You could also go towards a hemp protein, more of a powdery situation. Nut butters. So actually, if you did your apple, you could throw in some almond butter. That would be amazing. Avocado is a nice one when you're doing more of a greens smoothie, but you can put it into any smoothie because you're not going to get any kind of flavor. You're just going to get that nice fat and then the creamy consistency of that as well. Coconut oil, flax, and chia seeds. Flax is ground flax seeds is one of the ones I put in quite often because I'm getting that heart healthy omega-3s as well as added uh, fiber in my diet as well. And if you have a tendency to be more along the lines of a constipation kind of a consistency in your body, then adding flax seeds to your smoothies is a really bonus for you. And then perhaps you might want to add a superfood. So your maca, your raw cacao, bee pollen, shredded coconut. I don't know if shredded coconut is an actual superfood, but I mean, you can add it. And I have added it because, you're looking towards your, that pina colada one. I add extra coconut. Goji berries is another one that's really nice. I don't know what camu camu is. And then any other of your choosing that you really want to add. It can be endless depending upon what you like, depending upon what you have in the house, and depending upon, um, the season as well. So you want to maybe go with the seasons and see what is available. So, just discussing seasons, you know, during the winter season, your body is much more susceptible to all kinds of viruses. The common cold that passes around, often the flu, not to mention COVID. So, I mean, if you haven't gotten COVID this last turnaround, the first coming of COVID, um, they say that there's going to be a second round of it if we don't get a vaccine before the fall time comes. And who knows, it may keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back. So really doing things to support your immune system is an amazing way to really get some deliciousness into your body, as well as, really helping out the body to be able to fight the viruses that, are potentially going to come back around and around and around. I mean, we are not going to be wholly susceptible to them, but smoothies are an excellent source of a multitude of vitamins and minerals, and that was really what you need to really support your immune system greatly. And it's all in one simple glass of smoothie. Um, and by incorporating a smoothie as opposed to juices, you're getting that fiber to help clean out the gut. When we incorporate the nice greens, we are supporting the gut. We need to do all this stuff on a regular basis, unless you have a regular probiotic that you're taking in your system, or incorporating fermented foods into your system. So that being said, going back to your ingredients, you could add something along the lines of a kefir to your diet. You could add, I don't know what else. Greek yogurt is phenomenal for the gut. It has no sugar. It's more of a protein than it is a fat, and all these wonderful things that are going to be so incredible for the gut and the gut healing. Smoothies are also going to be an excellent source of a multitude of vitamins and nutrients, and like I said, in just one little glass. And increasing the fruit and vegetables in your diet for any reason, not only just immunity, but for any reason, is going to be a bonus for your health on so many levels. You're going to be, and when you incorporate like the variety of the rainbow that we were talking about, you're looking at some extremely high antioxidants that will help boost your immune, support it, and the rest of your body as well. And it really will lessen your chances of getting sick and or recover that much faster. So increasing the fruits and vegetables is just a no-brainer. Smoothies are a great way to relieve from colds and flu symptoms. So if you happen to get sick, definitely, because you're getting that fast assimilation of the nutrients and vitamins and minerals that you need, it will help you recover a lot faster. I mean, who hasn't heard of chicken soup? Chicken soup is one of those things, homemade chicken soup is one of those things that people usually think, oh, this is the best thing for a cold. But have we ever thought about why? First of all, you've got some amazing minerals and nutrients from the chicken itself. Usually it's chicken that's been made from the bones of a chicken. So you're getting like that bone broth, all that amazing minerals and nutrients from that. Plus you're getting all the added greatness from carrots, onions, garlic, celery, whatever else you put into your soups. And that is, and a little bit of carbs if you put noodles in it. Amazing, amazing, healthy broth that is easily assimilated into the body and really helps you recover a lot faster. Now, For years, we thought it was just because grandma's love was put in it, which is also part of it. But at the same time, it is a great, great way to really heal. And you can do that same philosophy through a smoothie as well. So start your days off with a smoothie and end up with a chicken soup. Simple as that. Some really incredible benefits from a smoothie, just going over it once again. And these are really kind of soup smoothies. Nutrient absorption, decreased food allergies, good for your digestion, helps to regulate body weight, and reduced inflammation. Smoothies can, is they are as limited as your imagination. You can add in anything that you want. And we talked a lot about that earlier with regards to whatever your personal favorites are. I've had different variations of all different kinds of smoothies. Um, and you can add in, like I said, wheatgrass, hemp seeds, camu, shredded coconut oil, hemp protein, whey protein, um, pea protein, sun warrior protein, maca, raw cacao, spirulina, all these different things that are so amazing, amazing for you. If you want to have a little bit of sweetness, you can add a little bit of honey. So sometimes when I do berries, they can be a little bit tart depending upon the season. So you can add in a couple of dates. Dates are very, very sweet, and they're very, very good to add sweetness to something. You can add in some raw honey. You can, oh goodness, it's just kind of endless, the possibilities that you could do. Bio-individuality. So this is the idea that each of us is different and that no two bodies are alike. This is why some people thrive on vegetarian diets while others need meat. And that's perfectly fine. I am a vegetarian. My husband is a meat eater. This is just the way it goes. And then there's other people that can do really, really well on 100% raw foods, while others need cooked meats and foods in order to attain and maintain their optimal health. Everybody is different. This is just the way it goes. If you are a cool-bodied person by nature, you can add warming spices to your smoothies to improve digestion and nutrient assimilation. It's that thermogenesis that needs to be going on to help with circulation. Try using cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, turmeric, cayenne. These are amazing, amazing. And I have a tendency to add a lot of these, maybe not so much cayenne, but I do love the cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, turmeric combination for a lot of things, even just for tea. And I suggest starting with a dash of each, or whatever one you want, and increasing it to about a half a teaspoon, whatever your preference. If you are a warm-bodied person by nature, you could add cooling spices like mint, cilantro, cardamom. I love cardamom, hate cilantro. Mint, if I was kind of making more of a chocolate smoothie, maybe, which I don't often do unless I'm really kind of craving a little bit of chocolate, a chocolate mint smoothie would be phenomenal. And even something along that lines, you can add a drop of essential oils, which would just be just the same as, especially when you use food grade, health grade professional essential oils like the Young Living or doTERRA, something along that lines, because you want to use high quality when you're going to be ingesting them. But they would work amazing. And I have known myself to add like a drop of peppermint into, sometimes my coffee, sometimes a hot chocolate, but working in towards a smoothie situation, because that's what we're talking about today, this would be an amazing thing to do. Smoothies have helped me in so many ways. I mean, starting my smoothie regime over the years, I mean, you start and you stop, you start and you stop, but they are definitely something that is going to improve overall fatigue, overall digestive issues, low immunity, so really supporting your immunity. With your mood swings as well too. So if you tend to be a little bit anxious or you tend to be a little bit depressive, these are going to really help. It's going to really help with inflammation, food allergies, inability to lose weight is a big one. and any kind of skin problems that might be popping up that you really want to try to get under control, because it is, I I can't say enough good things about it, to be honest with you. And then adding smoothies into your everyday life is going to, not one here and there, but make you really feel amazing and be able to ditch a lot of these symptoms so that you don't feel so tired all the time. So you just, you don't have that afternoon slump. These are really going to be an amazing situation for you with regards to that. I mean, the old saying goes, eat an apple a day to keep the doctor away. Well, how many fruits and vegetables can you squeeze into a smoothie? Quite a few. Let's keep the doctor away through a delicious breakfast smoothie. Then, really, you don't have to worry. He doesn't have to worry about you, or she doesn't have to worry about you. So I think this is something that is a very easy, very doable, very convenient way to assimilate the nutrients that you need to stay and maintain your health. So here's a nice energy boosting smoothie. We've got there the dairy-free milk. We've got the hemp seeds that we were talking about. And you can even make this your own. I would actually put 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds in mine, because I know 3 tablespoons is a serving of protein if you don't use a protein powder. I always really like to use my smoothies as a source of protein. So because I was a vegetarian, that's always a concern for myself, as well as all the other nutrients, but protein is one of them. And even before I was a vegetarian, I never ate much meat, never got much protein into my system. So this is something that I definitely, my whole life I've been worrying and being vigilant about anyway. So 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds for me, half a banana or avocado. Again, talking about not really liking the banana so much, I would go with the avocado. And I mean, a banana is going to give you that little bit of sweetness, perhaps, that you might be lacking if you go towards the avocado situation. A cup of spinach, that'd be a handful for me. And a teaspoon of cinnamon. So you can either go cinnamon, you could go turmeric. Turmeric is a very similar taste to cinnamon, and turmeric is a very, very, very great anti-inflammatory. A teaspoon of ground flax seeds is my go-to, but you could use chia seeds, whatever. Again, stevia to taste. I mean, that's optional. If you're going the avocado route, perhaps stevia, or just a swirl of raw honey or a couple of dates. It's going to be amazing. And then if you want to really make it cool, adding some ice to it. And this is really just your preference. It's a basic kind of look at a couple of different kinds of smoothies, and that's, you go from there, from what you like. Another really good digestive health smoothie is, again, your dairy-free milk, your spinach. It's the pineapple. It's what we call the enzymes, the bromelain enzymes in pineapple, that is very, very soothing for the gut. And here you don't need the extra sugar or stevia or honey or anything like that, because pineapple is very, very sweet. And especially if you get, allow it to ripen to the sweetest part, and then you're going to be having the benefits of that. So you don't have to add any sweetener. A little bit of ginger. Ginger is always good for soothing the gut as well. And even in this one here, I would add half an avocado. That would be great. But here I would actually add the coconut milk, because then you're getting that tropical feel a little bit. Or you could use like half a cup of pineapple and half a cup of mango. I try not to go too much more than a cup of fruit, because these fruits are going to be very ripe and they are going to be high calorie. So if you are kind of watching what your caloric intake, having a smoothie that's nothing but fruit, you could be looking upwards of 700-800 calories of a smoothie, thinking that you're doing good because it's a smoothie. Well, yes, you are doing really good because it's a smoothie, but we don't need to have 4 cups of fruit or 4 cups of smoothie, because again, you're looking at some really high calories at that point too. So you want to, keep it balanced. You can have it, yes, but reduce the amount of fruit that you have in it. So I just wanted to really go over a little bit about why I'm doing this today. So, if you are actually looking to improve your vitality, ditch your sugar cravings, and reduce unwanted allergies, I really need you to connect with me. Um, I am very much a big advocate for cleansing. And right now we have the spring cleanse going on. It is a 14-day cleanse itself with a 4-day ramp up. And it is something that we're really, really good. It's been proven that simple whole foods elimination program, which is basically what this spring cleanse is, helps to reduce belly bloat, helps to reduce food allergies, intolerances, and and sensitivities. It helps to improve your sleep. It helps to calm your moods, or at least balance them out. It helps to lose a little bit of that extra weight. It helps to reduce inflammation. It is an amazing way to do on a really seasonal basis. Now, whether you want to call it cleanse or detox, essentially it's the same thing. It's a whole foods eating program that really just gives you the opportunity for your body to release things that it no longer serve it. So the toxins that we've incorporated into our bodies over the last season, and get rid of them, and allow our liver and our skin and our lungs and our bowels and our kidneys to really do the job that it was meant to do. I'm a true, deep believer of the fact that our bodies are miraculous machines, that are miraculous healing machines. But with the bombardment of toxins, with the increase and overuse of processed foods, with the ongoing issues, viruses, bugs, pesticides, herbicides. Oh my goodness, I could stay here all day of talking about the bombardment of different toxins coming into our system with all of that all the time, and we can't get rid of it. We can't ignore it. We really need to really, 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 really have to give our bodies a chance. And it's only 14 days. It's 14 days to, really give our bodies a chance to rest, um, and rejuvenate and recharge into as we go into the next season. We are going into summer right now, as I do this recording, and it is a summer of barbecues, and it's a summer of maybe a little bit too much drinking, and it's a summer of late nights, not enough sleeping. It's a summer of rolling around in the grass and cross our fingers, and hopefully there's no pesticides and herbicides on the grass. It's it's a time of swimming in pools with all those extra chemicals. It's a time of swimming in lakes and streams and whatnot that are maybe not as healthy as what we would like them to be. Um, and it's a season of excess for a lot of times, and we want to be able to go into it without doing too much damage to our bodies, and allowing the body to, like I said, do the miraculous work that it is designed to do. Our bodies are designed to heal itself, and it's just that innate capability. But when we over toxify, when we don't allow our bodies to rejuvenate and rest and relax and come back to a basic level, they become overburdened. They become our organs, our detoxification organs become overwhelmed, and they just don't work properly. And this is where we end up getting into disorders of the gut, disease of our bodies, autoimmune situations as a result, all these other manifestations of our toxic body. So we really want to be able to do this on a seasonal basis. And like I said, right now is the spring cleanse coming up. And then in late June, we do a summer cleanse. And then in early September, mid-September, we do a fall cleanse. And then, either a little bit before Christmas or a little bit after Christmas, depending upon your schedule and your life. There's the winter cleanse. So, really incorporating this on a seasonal basis really does get us back to a nice baseline, and really be able to remind the body that to do the job that it needs to do. So I really hope that you will reach out to myself. But I really want to just thank you for taking the time and joining me for this little bit of learning, or even just coming back to the basics. Improving your digestion will make the difference. I can pretty much guarantee you that it will help with your happiness and your overall health and decrease the chances of the genetic expression of or genetic predisposition to disease process. Cancer, heart disease, diabetes, these are all things that we are predisposed to have. There's no getting around that. It's a matter about whether you take that loaded gun and pull the trigger. It's a matter of how you live your lifestyle, what you put in your body, how you remove the toxins, about whether that predisposed genetic tendency towards cancer actually expresses itself, or the genetic predisposition to cardiovascular disease expresses itself, or that predisposition to diabetes expresses itself. These are the top three that are really, really the big killers, and they are preventable for the most part. Um, and it's your choice. It's your choice about, your everyday things like incorporating a smoothie to get the most nutrients that you can in a single glass. This is your choice. So I really would like you to reach out and, connect with me. My email address is on the screen, and I will put in the comments below. Check out my webpage, and, just think about it. Think about the opportunities that you are giving your body as we go into the new season. I have these programs as well as many other, and they essentially come down to that root cause of gut dysbiosis and really trying to find some balance and health from there and working our way up. So it really does help to decrease inflammation in our body, which is a really big part of who we are, really. As a society, we get inflamed or inflammation from so much things. One of the big ones is sugar, but I'm not getting into that right now. And we look towards improving our digestion and reducing the toxicity in our body on a seasonal basis, if not all the time. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And like I said, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, please reach out, throw a comment below, or just say hi. Take care.